gotta speak out and be like, yo, this motherfucker's not paying me, so
yeah, or they're pushing me to do something I don't want to, or someone I'm not like. It like right now I feel like people, artists are speaking out even more, and I like that, and it's like, okay, so your music is true, it has a real feeling that is actually real. Yeah, I had a big issue with Maroon 5 doing the Super Bowl thing too, and
are we going that route?
his whole performance too is just like, okay man, like you did it, it is what it is, but the way that you did it, I didn't even watch it. I just watched like clips of it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, dude, just put your shirt back on. Wrap it up.
I don't know. I was watching NXT halftime. Shout out to WWE.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole point of why he did that, but I guess it was for the ladies.
He threw it in the crowd and everything.
Yeah. He's like, I need my shirt back. It's cold.
The hardest eye roll you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Is that metal meme that's like,
I sent you that.
Yeah.
He's like, this next one's called She Will Be Fucking Loved.
I'm surprised somebody put start the pit.
Oh man.
Rex?
Yeah.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
All right, what do you got for us, James? Anything?
Me first, okay. So my first one is a movie that I actually just recently watched or rewatched. I think is The Man in the Iron Mask.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. It's pretty cool, I guess. I hadn't seen it since probably a long time ago, or just clips of it when I was younger, because it was pretty boring to me, I think, as a kid.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty good. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jeremy Irons, and what's his name? Malkovich?
John Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malkovich. It's basically twin brothers. One's a king, and then he imprisons his younger brother and puts an iron mask on him so no one knows who he is. And they basically try to break him out and make him the new king. It's pretty good.
Isn't it like a Prince and the Pauper type story?
I think it's like a sequel. Almost, they don't want to tell you that it's like a sequel to the Musketeers.
Yeah. Because like these guys are like old retired musketeers, and everyone knows who they are. They're like, and one of them trains all of the new like guards for the king and stuff. But they all talk about like, remember in the old days, like they all talk about wanting to die in battle and stuff, and how it's like boring now. But yeah, it's pretty. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It's a little long.
I love that movie.
Yeah. And my next one is it's a sci-fi original. It's called Deadly Class. I don't know if anyone's seen that.
No.
I think I was talking to Wes about this, why I give so much shit to Sci-Fi, the network, and how shitty like all their stuff they put out is. And like, I mean, they're the guys, aren't they the guys who did Sharknado?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like to me, Sci-Fi was a joke.
Which has a box set now.
Yeah. But I recently watched that show. It's pretty crazy. It's about basically this high school that trains like orphans and kids or whatever who are
I've seen commercials for it.
Who trains them to be like assassins pretty much. They have like, there's this cool little shot where it shows like a hallway kind of like of like a like monuments or things to remember people who have graduated from that, and one of them is Lee Harvey Oswald's rifle.
Oh, okay.
And so like they're saying that they trained him, and
they're like, hurry up and put this out before Umbrella Academy comes.
Exactly. It's really cool. It's on Sci-Fi. You can watch it on their network, their app or whatever.
Yeah,
that's how I did it. There's 4 episodes right now. It's a brand new series.
So. Deadly Class.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I've seen some commercials for it.
It's fun. It's entertaining.
Nice. I might have to check it out.
Pretty cool story.
Nice.
That's it. Anybody else?
Cool. I wanted to shout out The Prodigy because I thought it was really good. There's not a lot of killer kid horror out there in general, let alone right now in the kind of, how do you say, like contemporary times. So yeah, this is a really cool throwback. It's a fun thriller. There's a lot of psychological horror layered in this one, and it's very surprising with how gritty they get. Not just with the gore, but just like getting in your mind, fucking you. The little kid's so fucking good.
The little kid is the Georgie from It.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why it looks familiar. Okay.
So good.
Yeah.
So
What is that motherfucker?
so dark. I hope everyone goes to watch this at the theater. I don't know how it's doing right now. I know it's certified fresh.
Okay.
It's on the lower spectrum for Rotten, but I mean, I went to see it and I thought it was really good.
Nice.
So go check that out. And then I wanted to shout out Fahrenheit 11/9, which is Michael Moore's more recent documentary about the Trump era.
Oh, okay, nice.
And how the fuck did we get in the state that we're in as a whole. And it's, I'm not going to say it opens your eyes, because anybody with a brain knows that we're fucked right now, but it really dissects everything and goes into a lot of details that a lot of people don't know, and it's very sad. But,
very sad.
But I think it's very important that as many people see that film as possible.
Very shocking. It is possible. Everything happened. It goes into the Flint water crisis.
Okay.
I kind of knew about that. You know, I would read little things here and there. But when I saw this, like, it goes more into detail of how things really happen, and your mind is just like, what? This happened in my country? Like, my government did this? It's very shocking and very eye-opening, and everyone needs to see that.
Where is this? Is it streaming somewhere?
Prime.
Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime? Oh, nice.
Yeah, please check that out, because you need to.
Anybody else have anything that they recently watched?
Yes. Abducted in Plain Sight. Netflix true crime documentary. Another. It's set in the 70s. It tells the story of a family that was manipulated by a neighbor who went on to groom the family and their adolescent daughter. He kidnapped her twice in a span of several years. He brainwashed her into thinking she was in love with him and that she had to have his child, or else aliens would come and do bad things to her family and like hurt them and stuff. This is like real. This has happened real life.
Like real
life. And the girl was like, when all this went on, she was, I think, like 12 through.
God damn, that's a
through like
age.
15, 16. And. So this guy, he's a pedophile, he sexually abused her, and this just tells her story, and it kind of opens your eyes of how people can be very manipulating, and you gotta watch out.
Especially if you have kids.
Especially if you have kids.
In this time, that's
This is a crazy time.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
There's a certain age where, kids are very impressionable. You know, they'll believe anything you say. Just install that little thread of fear in them, and they'll do anything that you ask, just, you know, to protect the family or even just themselves or anything. But, yes, Abducted in Plain Sight. It's on Netflix.
Nice.
Solid pick.
Sounds good.
It's really good.
That's it.
And I have one more.
I'm not done yet.
Hold on.
It's called 13 Cameras, also on Netflix. It's a horror film from 2016. It has a 77 on Rotten, if you care about those things. Basically, 13 Cameras is about this really creepy guy. He's a landlord. He rents out to this couple, but he installed cameras throughout the house.
Oh, shit.
So he keeps an eye on them, and then he becomes obsessed with them, and then the movie, tells the story of what happened with that obsession.
Wow.
The movie does have a sequel called 14 Cameras that's also on Netflix, but I haven't watched that. But 13 Cameras is actually very good, underrated. The main villain, the bad guy, is like super creepy, and he actually like makes this movie. So I recommend it.
Nice.
Diego, anytime.
Breakfast at Tiffany's, man.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I recently went to go see it, and it's obviously it's a controversial film because of the what's his name, Mikey. Forget the actor's name that played an Asian character in that movie, but Breakfast at Tiffany's is always a good film to go to and stuff. It's kind of like a little love story, but they don't really tell you that. But
Audrey
Hepbur's in there. Yeah, and forget the guy's name. Sorry, I'm horrible with names, man. I just look at pictures and I'm like, oh, that's that guy from that movie.
Mikey Rooney.
Yeah, Mikey Rooney. There you go. Yeah. Mikey Rooney. I can't forget about him.
Yeah.
Him. I mean that movie, and I would also recommend Comet. I don't know if you ever heard about
I love
that.
that movie. Yeah.
Comet is one of my favorite movies too.
Justin Long.
Yeah, Justin Long and what's her name? Emily.
Rosenbaum?
Rosenbaum, yeah.
She's good.
From Shameless.
Yeah, I like her.
This is obviously I've seen stuff about it, and this is my first time seeing it. Mm-hmm. So I just saw it on Showtime.
Okay.
And I was just like, I've always seen memes and stuff like that about this, and I was like, well, let me see what it is. But it talks about how Justin's character actually experienced a multiverse relationship in this movie.
Okay.
So it's not like a consistent movie where it just goes along and it just tells a story.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a back and forth of a multiverse relationship that keeps on going on, and they fall in love over a comet. We're watching the comet. So I mean, it's a really. I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic, so obviously I love romantic films. But it's a really good movie. If you really like different style of and different pace of a film, I would totally recommend that.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that like I said, that I saw this weekend. I was like, oh,
it's on Stars, you said, or Showtime?
I think Stars or Showtime.
Okay, I have both of them.
Nice. And that wraps up
Weekly Rex
and into the main focus.
Oh yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
All right, like we said at the top of the episode, we're going to be doing a live commentary track for Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are into that, and we're going to get this show going.
Yeah, this is our first time doing this, so if it sucks,
let us know.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
be gentle. Be gentle.
Be gentle, but let us know.
Yeah.
I'm Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Nostalgia at its finest.
Columbia Pictures, baby, all day.
This is 1990.
99.
99.
Or 98? Something like that?
So
No, it's 99.
did Sarah make this movie before Buffy, or
I think Buffy was still going on, right?
because
Yeah.
Buffy is like 1996?
93 it started, I think.
Are you sure?
Started that early?
It started a long time ago.
I don't think anymore before 1995.
I think 95 might be the day. I mean, the right.